maybe add a little spark to this lineup, and that's what they're looking for. It's Selmser, Penn, and Egland on the forward line for the Komets as they're ready for the face-off. It's going to be Dmitry Leonov in the face-off circle for the Icedogs. Here we come with the opening face-off. Komets will attack as usual from right to left, and the first face-off goes deep inside the Long Beach zone. Off the defense, McCambridge coming around, trying to work his way up. Little outlet pass right side, right up the middle they come, and here they come to center ice. Driven to the Fort Wayne zone, but knocked down. Cleared out again by Smith, and now Penn scrums for the puck right at the line along with Selmser. They try to move it out. Here they come, broken up one more time, and this one right into the Fort Wayne bench as it slipped off a body. Actually, Ferner tried to clear it, and it bounced off a stick and went in. So this one now underway. The only stat is time off the clock on the board.
Well, at this point, of course, the Komets losing Wednesday night to Grand Rapids. Very concerned about the fact of the slow start that they got against Grand Rapids, getting down 3-0 in the first period, and they definitely don't want to put themselves in that position in this game here against his hockey team.
Now you can see Stefan's a pretty big kid when he gets out there. He and Bogunecki for the face-off, and Stefan picks it up, and Long Beach drives it around behind the net, and here we come. Komets have it back. Back out of the zone they come. Nicely up the middle, turned out to center, but knocked down by the defense of Long Beach. Turned cross rink as Lambert there to keep the faith on that one, as a hard shot by Rosa goes to the net. Komets have it back. Hit off the play was Chadworth. Puck came loose. Rosa round behind the net trying to get out front, and it went right on by as in front of the net was Stefan, and he was banged pretty good that time as actually Darling took no play on him. Now Stefan trying to come the other way, trying to get away from Bogunecki. He can't do the job. And here we have penalties going to be called, I believe, against the Komets, and for what?
Interference or cross-checking in front. Dameworth in front, one of the big defensemen, got a little physical with the Long Beach player standing in front, and he draws an interference penalty early in this first period after 1 minute 7 seconds. Komet defense out there with Dainsworth and Darling back after missing Wednesday night's game. Both big defense are trying to throw their weight around, throw some body checks out there. Unfortunately, Dainsworth in front of the net gets caught for interference. First penalty of the game.
And of course, Darling's one of the guys you got to have out there because he always gives you that physical presence. You know he's going to bang, and he makes it a little harder to go in the corners. All right, Stefan, and this time the face-off goes to Bogunecki, and the Komets couldn't clear it. Actually, the clearing pass hit Stefan, knocked down. Here comes Lambert, a drive, front of the net. Komets have it back, and around behind the net, here comes Mike Martin. Off the glass, length of the rink, and back will be the Long Beach Icedogs to play it as Danny Lambert, their captain. He's also in charge of the power play. And here they come back the other way. Oh, long right wing pass to Stefan. Stefan into the zone. He's up high, halfway right side. Now breaks in the hole. Whoa, score, bang, bang. And that was a 1-2-3, has no chance at all for Lambert. And let's see who got it down in the corner. I still can't, they're still having a love in down there. I can't tell who got the goal.
Well, I think everybody in the building, plus the Komets, we're watching Stefan as he stepped in over the blue line, fed a pass in the corner, and then he broke for the corner. And I think everybody was wondering if he was going to get the puck back. I know myself, I was watching him as he tried to break for the slot. Meanwhile, Long Beach snuck a guy in behind the net at the corner of the post, fed the puck there very quickly, bang, it's in the net as everybody was focused on Stefan. Komets down 1-0 on a power play goal.
Rosa the goal, Stefan and Augusta the assist, and on the ensuing face-off, Komets have it back. Here's Boyce coming up the boards on the near side, jammed to the neutral zone and knocked down there by the defender Madre. Back through the center, tipped into the Fort Wayne zone by Williams, and off into the corner it comes, cleared around behind the net as Racine heads over to his own zone, but it is again Ast behind the net. Ast chased off the play, still they move it around to the corner. Ast gets it back, dumps it behind the goal into the far boards, going after it. Madre can't play it. They tie each other up as Shargorodsky scrumming away for the play, and here's Bawa flipping it high. It's kept in the zone, and here they come back the other way. Bawa checked his man, Racine with the puck. Here's Racine coming off the boards, off the glass, knocked down at the point again as the Komets having trouble getting out of the zone. Good forecheck there as the Komets get a little pressure on, but they come right to the front of the net, fire wide. Had a man up the slot, and it was a shooter right there. Now here's Bawa going in the corner, carefully leaning on DeBrusque. Back up it comes. Komets chip it out to neutral ice, and it's knocked down at the Long Beach line as one good hit there as Ian Boyce goes in, muscles his man off the play. Adam Smith going in, trying to drive his man loose, but around comes Blisma, and Smitty takes him off the plane. Blisma's back with it again. Blisma coming back up front. Smith still on him. He's running him off the play. Wide of the net. Here they come trying to get a wrap at the zone, but Ian Boyce up the slot makes the move. Knocked down in the neutral zone, and back comes Long Beach again. It's Ferner off the defense on a give and go. He's got it back. He's turned wide to the Fort Wayne zone, knocked down, and then finally dumped in the Comet corner. And here is Adam Smith, reverses it slightly. Smitty gets it back. Came off the glass high, knocked down, held in by Ferner. Picked up, and we have advancing the puck to a teammate with a hand. 16:34 to go in the period on Whoa Comet Hockey.
Arnie Spanier. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
First of all, I want to tell the women of America that having you married with a kid, man, is taking a really good-looking guy out of circulation.
Well, thank you, Gary. Thank you.
If I was a woman, or a certain kind of guy, I'd be interested.
Well, thank you. I think, Gary, you're starting to scare me now. I'm not even going to touch that one.
Arnie Spanier, late nights, right here on Sports Radio 1380, The Game. This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
All right, Comets again pushed back into their own zone, and this Long Beach team wants to spend all night down in the Fort Wayne zone, Robbie, and they've done it so far.
Well, again, the speed of Long Beach at this point here creating the same problem that Grand Rapids did on Wednesday as the Comets trying to play the zone defense and pick up the man, play man for man on him. Long Beach has been able to move the puck, hustling in there, and the Comets not playing physical enough to eliminate the man off the puck and pick it up. Long Beach still controlling the play.
All right, again, it's Stefan back for the face-off, and again, Bogunecki beats him to the draw. Chadworth around the zone coming back, and out of it comes to Andre Waugh. Good cross-ring pass as it's off now as Dion Darling slides it in behind that net. Waugh heading for the corner. Around they come, far board.
Coming up.
A hard hit, and they're going to call interference.
Bogunecki trying to get in as the Comets got the puck into the Long Beach zone. The defensive got behind the net to try to play it. Now, whether the goaltender had it blocked and fired around, Bogunecki came in and nailed Lambert into the boards. Gets himself an interference penalty, and the Comets find themselves in the penalty box again. A man short. Second penalty of this first period.
So we'll face it off back in the neutral zone. It's already 1-0 Long Beach, and you give them another power play. They had one goal already on that play. So it's Ian Boyce going to the face-off.
They bring the newcomer out, Feeblecorn out there.
Feeblecorn goes to the wing on the penalty kill, and the Comets try to move it back, but it's picked up instead by Stefan. Stefan had it, then lost it, and back in the neutral zone. It's cleared back into the corner, and Feeblecorn going after it. The goaltender falls down on the play. Feeblecorn put his man off the puck. Now the goaltender coming back in as the forecheck with Boyce. Cleared around behind the net, and here they come the other way as Danny Lambert drops the pass off, breaking at center. Telleri, and it's knocked loose by the Comets and sent back inside the Long Beach zone again. So Lambert behind the net's going to start it from there, and here he comes. Danny at center now, looking, going all the way to the line, again, wheels it off the corner. Lambert's got it back. Here he comes. Now up top it goes, tipped wide, all the way off the zone to Stefan, back to Lambert, back up front. And here we come with Stefan on the play. They got to give this kid room. They can't run him because he's going to be gone. Here comes Lambert again at the net. They go for it. Scramble over the top of the goal on a shot by Rosa. On the far board, digging hard down in the corner. Augusta can't get it, but at the point, here's Lambert. Cross-rink it comes to Telleri, all the way down to Stefan, halfway right side. Stefan now starts back up and feeds it off. A drive knocked down in front of the net up into the crowd that time as Lambert starts pushing away with whom? Dion Darling.
And, of course, Lambert, one of the defensemen, of course, with the Comets a few years ago. Big on the power play. Got himself 10 or 12 goals already. 15 goals he's got, I'm sorry. And the key to their power play, moving it back to Denny. He loves to shoot the puck. He likes to move it around, and he's the key to their power play. He stays on the ice right now with 44 seconds in Long Beach's power play.
As a defenseman, 15 goals, 29 assists in 38 games. Not bad, eh? That's a good career for a forward. Here come the Comets. Now they clear that puck from the power play, back inside, and Danny Lambert, who stayed on the ice, has it again. So Lambert starts back. He's their captain. And he's a great leader, I'll tell you. He's my guest between the first and second period. Now down in the corner it comes, swept down deep into the zone, dumped behind the net by DeBrusque. and they're holding it on the corner behind the net. DeBrusque halfway up. It's knocked loose, and here we come the other way. Feeblecorn with a 2-on-1. He looks and fires. It's high. Round the boards it comes, and all the way back at the line. Knocked loose. Can't get to the puck. Now turned up, and here we come again. Jutras on his way for Long Beach. Now nicely as he's taken off the play. The puck comes backward, even strength again. They get a man in front of the net, and they clear it all the way to the far boards. Feeblecorn going in to try to hold his man off the puck. It came far side. Dameworth driving it up ice. Knocked loose at center, and here comes Bogunecki on his way to the line. Bogey forgot something. He stick-handled his way right out of the puck that time. Here they come the other way as Andre Waugh goes in, bangs away at his man. Komets come back to center ice, and it's cleared cross rink now all the way to the center ice line. And this one flips off a stick and goes right up into the crowd as the Komets, with a fast line change, had Kobizda come out really quick.
Well, a good solid body check by Waugh. He finally got some body into one of the players as he was going down the boards, and they're trying to hit this team to slow him down, let him know so they'd have to worry about the forechecking.
And they're hard to hit. All right, here we come with the face-off going to Fort Wayne. It's going to be Mike Martin got the shot away, but it deflects off a defender's stick. Came back into the zone and now dumped the length of the rink, and it's going to be Adam Smith back for the touch on this one. He gets there and the icing's called. So with 13:18 still left here in period one on Sports Radio 1380 The Game, it's Comet Hockey.
Try the excitement of the Churchill Downs Sports Spectrum. Catch thoroughbred and standardbred action from the nation's best tracks. Nothing beats the thrill of seeing your horse lead the pack down the stretch, and we've got over 150 monitors, so you'll never miss a finish. Come to the Sports Spectrum this week and feel the rush. There's nothing else like it in town. We're open Wednesday through Sunday, and admission is always free. Take Interstate 69 to exit 111B, then north to Cross Creek Center behind Builders Square.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Faceoff stays inside the Long Beach zone off to the left of goaltender Ryan Bach. After it went Purdie, it's lost to the Long Beach centerman, and Perner now digs it out of the corner. Komets in on a forecheck. Knocked down again as Ian Boyce going in and mucking it up in the corner, and Boyce gets knocked down on the play. No call there. Back out it comes to center ice as Mike Martin going in, standing up his man. Boyce has it and finally clears it all the way back to the Long Beach blue line. The defense cycling it back as Perner coming wide, going up the wing left side, tipped into the Fort Wayne zone. And Bawa going into the corner now, trying to run his man off the play, and the Komets up with a loose puck for a moment at least, as Adam Smith had it. Then it's poked away from him, turned back right out front of the net. But it's play, and the Komets get it back up as it's Boyce. Good lead pass for Bawa, couldn't quite handle it. Bawa did knock it down, though, but it's cleared far boards, and back comes Long Beach. At center ice, it's Blisma. He's checked loose on the play, and Shargorodsky for the Komets picks it up behind his net, starts back up ice. Shargorodsky, good lead pass to center. Got a man breaking, but he just couldn't get it to him. As the Komets stay on side on the play, but back up ice it comes to Long Beach. And now it's taken away again by Purdie, who drives it right back inside the Long Beach corner. Knocked on by Madre behind the net. Came around the far boards. They look, feed wide right side. Here comes Rosa into the zone all the way to the net. And it's a drive on the net by Stefan. He got the shot away, and it just didn't work. Stefan now trying to get on by the check of Kobizda. And Kobizda going in front, knocks his man off the puck. Here they come, far boards, trying to wrap it, and couldn't get it. Now we'll have a penalty call in front of the net as camped in front of the goal. Darryl Williams and Kobizda just had to wrestle him and knock him down, so he'll take the call in front of the net at 8:15 of the period. On Sports Radio 1380, The Game, it's Comet Hockey.
Good times with friends, hey, that's special. Sometimes you wish they would never end.
Flour, and it's still 98% fat-free. Me, I just like the taste. Aunt Millie's all-natural bread. It's delicious, naturally.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
We'll face it off just inside the Fort Wayne blue line. Power play again coming for the Long Beach Icedogs. Came across the front of the net mouth. Picked up there as it's Bashkirov trying to tip it to neutral ice, which he does, then controlled by Tulare. Tulare dumps it back to the line. Augusta sends it to the net. Broken up and dumped by Bashkirov. Hit the referee right in the neutral zone. Knocked that one down. Tulare coming back. Feeds cross rink off the D to Danny Lambert, and into the corner it comes. Can't play it. Now here they sweep it off behind the goal. Rosa picks it up. Left point. It is to Lambert. Right side and all the way halfway down the corner to Stefan. At the goal mouth. They were crashing again, I'll tell you. Komets couldn't get it out of the zone as Lambert keeps it alive. Augusta with a drive. Rebound. Another shot off the side of the net. Far boards. Here they come. All the way out at the point. Here's Lambert looking again. Up top it comes to Tulare. Tulare feeds Stefan. His shot knocked down on the play and into the corner. Dameworth can't get to it. Stefan gets by one check, breaks into the hole. Couldn't get there in the nick of time as back out it comes one more time. Stefan cycles up the right point to Tulare. Back to Stefan in the corner. Cross rink to Lambert. Danny fires. It's wide and it's all the way back inside the Long Beach zone on a hard shot. Still 45 seconds left in the power play to Long Beach. They lead it 1-0 on a power play. And here they come again, all the way at center ice, going wide into the zone. Dumping it is Ast into the corner. Picked up there, sent around the far boards. Knocked down, though, behind the net. They pick it up, try to come back with it again. As having trouble was DeBrusque, but now he's got it. To Ast, all the way up top to Larry. All the way left point to Lambert to Ast. A drive wide of the net. Picked up there, and back comes Ian Boyce on the puck and chips it right back inside the Long Beach corner.
15 seconds power play.
So Long Beach back on the attack one more time. It's Doug Ast off behind the net. The forecheck he gets away from, dumps to center, and here they come to the Comet line. It's DeBrusque. And a good hit on the play. Komets finally fired back into the neutral zone. We're back to even strength. All right, here we come one more time. Dumped into the Comet corner, left behind the net by Racine. And the Komets are back up again as it's going to be all the way into the zone. Turned loose. Mike Martin now has to take a look. No, Michael. Look out. Back off the glass, and it's held at the neutral zone. Finally knocked down by Long Beach. It was Williams who controls all the way back into his defense, and it cycled back, and Chapdelaine turns it around, and into the zone it comes. They hold it at the line, front of the Fort Wayne net. It's picked up now as Sean Penn dumps it back inside the Long Beach corner. It'll be pursued in the corner, and back up the boards it comes. Trying to knock it down at the goal, or at the point rather, was Selmser, but he couldn't make it work. Here they come, far boards. Picked up there and moving it all the way to neutral ice. Shargorodsky's got to chase it down in his own corner. He gets back there for the touch, feeds it around the net, and back up the boards it comes. Penn couldn't handle it, but it's picked up deep on the zone by Long Beach. They come back out, cycle it back into the corner as Selmser goes in hard, knocks his man Leonov to the boards, and the Komets with it again. Up the middle to Selmser. Selmser catches up with it, goes to the line, got his shot just wide of the goal mouth. Off in the corner they come as it's picked up by the defender, Kobizda. Couldn't handle it, and it's cleared away by Long Beach and an icing call. Now as the Komets chase it down in their own zone, 8:23 to go. We're period number 1 on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Well, it's the Super Saturday Sale at Sears, for heaven's sake. March 6th, only one day to divide and conquer. It's a big job, but hey, I'm bringing the 4x4.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
All right, Komets pick it up and dump it in behind the far net. Picked up there, and it is a hard hit that time on Andre Bashkirov. Andre's got it back, now wheels it back in the corner, but it's turned by the goaltender Bach around the side of the net again. Here comes Andre back up front. It bounced right off Bogunecki, but Andre's got it again, and Bogey sends it back into the corner. Bashkirov going after it. Here's Bashko, nails his man. Waugh behind the net. He's got it. He's still got it. Now he's run off the play by Stefan. Stefan is hit by Bogunecki, comes right back with the play, and then rubs Bogunecki off the puck. Here comes Rosa into the zone, dropped loose all the way to Lambert. Now deep goes Augusta in front of the net. Komets have it. Up the far boards, Bogunecki back on his way, all the way back inside, and it's dumped all the way to the Long Beach blue line. Picked up by Lambert, hits his man at center ice. Back it comes to the Fort Wayne line as Rosa chased once by Smith. Here are the Komets with the puck as Racine's got it. Up the near boards it comes to Smith. Smith going to center ice, and there'll be a penalty called against Grand Rapids. I should say Long Beach, as they went after Racine on the boards at the goal mouth that time. Boyce trying to stuff it, couldn't do it. All right, the penalty call, the power play coming to the Fort Wayne Komets as we look, and we'll get our first advantage of the night here on Sports Radio 1380. The Game, it's Comet Hockey.
Before your dentist gives you that big, painful needle,
He takes a cotton swab and rubs a pain reliever on your gums first. Today, you can get the same pain reliever in the same strength that dentists use, in maximum strength Anbesol. It starts to relieve toothache pain on contact. You actually can't get a stronger pain reliever than maximum strength Anbesol without a prescription. For dentist strength pain relief, get maximum strength Anbesol. Relieves painful canker sores on contact too. Use as directed.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Komets now try to get something going. They've got a power play. Up it comes all the way right side. Got to get a shot pretty soon. They haven't gotten a shot on goal yet in the game. Here's Martin going deep, feeding it back off to Purdie at the front of the net, knocked down and sent the length of the rink by Long Beach. Right on the money that time was Ferner. Stepped up in the slot and made the play. Here we come one more time. Mike Martin starts the rush. Out it comes in Shargorodsky on his way to center. Shargorodsky goes all the way to the zone, slides it through the zone. He lost it there. Komets have it, and it's poked away again. Sometimes you got to let the puck work for you a little bit. And that time Shargorodsky had it picked as he crossed the line. Now Mike Martin beats the first man on the play. Martin going to the zone all the way in deep. Sends it off behind the goal, far side. Here comes Waugh. Bangs his man on the play. Williams. Up it comes. Cleared the length of the rink again. Back it comes now as Racine taking a look up the middle to Waugh. Andre going to the line and fires. And it's just turned off into the corner by Bach as Bach goes out, trips up somebody at the goal mouth. Komets in, try to play it, and back out it comes to neutral ice again. Komets have it again. Here's Shargorodsky. Shargorodsky cross rink up to Dion Darling. Darling now tipped it off his own man. Back in the corner it goes. No icing on that play. Into the far boards as it's going to be Bashkirov. Couldn't play it. Here we come. Darling got a shot. It's in front of the net. Oh! Just trickled by the goal mouth. There's a scramble in front of the net. Who's got it now? As Waugh gets in and draws a pretty good crowd there for a minute. Here they come back in the Fort Wayne zone. Turned behind the net as it's picked up by Kobizda. Kobizda coming far boards. Now coming back out to center to Darling. Darling at the line, and he pumps another one back into the corner. Bach turns it loose, and back it comes to Bogunecki. They draw a crowd in the corner, and back they come into the Fort Wayne zone one more time. As they're banging away, what happened here?
Going to be a penalty to Waugh. Waugh got tangled up as he made a pretty good body check on him out there. And as he was getting breaking away with Chapelaine, he gave him a little slash. Not a hard one, just enough as a retaliation. And that's what the referee saw. And that's what he called. 2 minutes for slashing to Waugh. And Waugh done a great job. Got a shot on goal, got in front of the net. Laid a pretty solid body check on there, but got tangled with Chapelaine. Drew the penalty.
On Sports Radio 1380, The Game, it's Comet Hockey.
Who today offers you a 10-year warranty? A Mercedes? A Jaguar? A Lexus? No, a vacuum cleaner. I'm David Orrick. My 8-pound Orrick XL cleans over 250,000 hotel rooms every day. Try my 8-pound Orrick upright vacuum free for 15 days. Or for a free brochure or my warranty details, call 1-800-989-4200. 1-800-989-4200. My Orrick XL is built to wind up in the next century, not in the junkyard.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
So the Komets short-handed again for 2 minutes of play as Waugh picks up a call for a slash, and the K's have really been penalized. Dameworth at 107, Bogunecki at 359, Kobizda at 815, then DeBrusque finally picked up one, and the Komets back at 14:54, and they got to kill off another power play. Here we come up the boards, knocked down by Lambert, who squeezed the point, came left side. Tulare back into the corner. Down deep now to Stefan. Stefan coming halfway, all the way up right point. Now speeds it back in the corner. Heads for the slot, and it didn't work. Now it's Stefan in the boards. On the corner, all the way up left side. Lambert fakes, couldn't shoot it. Now Stefan's on the side of the goal mouth, but he couldn't get the pass through, and he's back with the puck again. Feeds it off behind him. Now turned loose, and it's Boyce who drives it the length of the rink, and Boyce goes to put some pressure on the puck. Komets now make the change. Bow out to help kill the call, and off behind the net they come. And moving out of the zone now finally is Rosa. Rosa goes to make the pass, can't do it. Lambert carries it in, sends it around behind the net, and back through the zone it comes to the far corner. Rosa picking it up on the boards, turned loose as it is Bawa who wheels it all the way back inside the line. Here we come one more time. Bawa takes a whack in the chops, and he goes after the referee saying, where the heck were you there? Here they come again as it's turned loose, cutting all the way to the right corner now. DeBrusque stops halfway down the right boards to Stefan. Into the corner it comes. But by the time Dameworth got it out of his feet, he was checked on the play, but it popped out to center ice where Tulare sends it back to his defense. Going deep now behind the net, trying to come back on the attack. It's Mark Ferner. Ferner just waits. Couldn't get to the play. Now back up they come, flying to the Fort Wayne zone. Going in is Ast. Ast leaves it on a play. Oh, what a shot. And missing on the rebound that time was Doug Ast. Tried to scoop it through. Turned back in the Fort Wayne corner where it's Mike Martin. Martin behind the net. Turned all the way out, but held in at the point right side. Back toward the corner again. Knocked down, circled behind the net. As in goes the Komets with Bashkirov. Bashkir's got it up and wheels it the length of the rink, but it's knocked down in the zone again. These guys really pinch the point hard. Here they come up front. Nice save by the Komets, and we're back at even strength one more time. Out of the zone it comes all the way to the Fort Wayne bench as Waugh had come back on the ice, kind of hoping for a break, and he'd have set sail for the other end. We still have 3 minutes to go. That's in period one. It is 1-0 Long Beach, and on Sports Radio 1380, Komet Hockey.
WHWD, Fort Wayne's home for Fort Wayne Komet Hockey when IU basketball is on News Talk 1190 WOWO. This is Sports Radio 1380 The Game, proud to be of service.
Hi, it's Kathy from the comic strip here, and I tend to obsess over things. Like, should I wear these shoes or those shoes, or these or those over and over? So it's no surprise I'd shop the JCPenney 25% off spring shopping spree over and over. I just get my 25% off certificate in-store and use it over and over store-wide through March 15th. I can even shop through the catalog, too. Should I buy this dress and those shoes, or this blouse and those pants, or that purse? Percent off regular prices. See store for restrictions.
This is Komet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Long Beach with a long shot on goal. No play. Picked up there by the defense. Turned back as Kobizda picked his man off. Now here come the Komets, and it goes as Egland looks up top and trying to get a shot. No good. Far side. Another drive went wide. Digging into this one now. The Komets try to move it in. Kobizda keeps it alive. Held into the zone by Penn. Penn gets by the check. Turned back out the near boards, and out it comes to center. One man breaking down the line, Leonov. He's driven off the play nicely by the Komets.
Good check.
Cleared cross rink, and back up it comes as it is turned by Egland back into the zone. Sean Penn chased it in the corner, and around they come to the side of the net. As Penn interfered with on the play by Danny Lambert, and Lambert will sit out a couple, and the Komets again will have a power play opportunity. That one came at 18:02.
Well, that one a little cheapy too, but we've seen about 5 cheap penalties called out here. And it's like this referee right now, he knows that this Long Beach is a good skating club, and he doesn't want the physical part of the game to dominate. And of course, the Komets have to slow them down with physical parts. And at this point here, the penalties have basically made the difference in the game. The only goal at 1:38, a power play goal by Long Beach. And at that point, the Komets have been coming on a little stronger, starting to play physical and starting to catch up to this team.
Komets have had 5 penalties in the period so far.
Only 2 shots. That's a big problem. They need some shots on goal on this power play.
All right, ready for the face-off. Komets go for it now as it's turned all the way back up top. Martin off to the point. Turned back in the corner. Shargorodsky up the middle. It comes at the goal mouth. Mike Martin trying to jump in the hole, but he couldn't get there in time. Now turns it off behind the net. Bawa couldn't catch up with it. And back it comes to Chapdelaine. Chapdelaine off the boards, back to the Fort Wayne blue line. Shargorodsky knocks it down for the Komets. Here's Shag coming back out of the zone, and on the way goes Purdie all the way in. Purdie going wide, lost the puck on the boards. Knockdown held in as Shargorodsky keeps it alive for a moment. He got it back again as Boyce scrums into the corner. Shargorodsky up it comes to Mike Martin, who dumps it into the far boards. In goes Purdie one more time. Had a piece of it, but he's pulled down from behind on the play, and it's cleared the length of the rink again. All right, here we come as that time Racine headmans the puck to center. Picked up by Shargorodsky into the zone to Purdie. Purdie going wide. Turned by Bach into the far boards, and nobody came in to pressure the net at all. But here they come at neutral ice as Ian Boyce goes in. Cross rink it comes. Down to the zone, it's going to be Bashkirov. Bashkir taking a little look. Wheels it through off onto the right side to Bogunecki. Bogunecki cross rink. Here we come again as unable to handle it. Waugh up the slot. It goes wide as it's going to be Dion Darling. Darling bumped off the play. Komets have it back. Here's Bogunecki. Shoot the puck. Come on. Get it over into the corner as Bogey probably had one of the better shots of the night. Didn't take it. Now he's got it back out at the point. Darling back to Bogunecki. Bogunecki cross rink on the play, and it gets on by as the defender Kobizda Couldn't handle it. Now here's Darling. He waits, turns it back at the line. In it goes. Kabizd up the middle. He looks, fires, save. Good shot, good play. Picked up by the D as McCambridge dumps it back. And out of the zone comes Long Beach with just 15 seconds left. Send it back to the Fort Wayne zone. Dion Darling behind the net. Komets may have one more rush if they decide to go, but they're going to wait, I guess. Let's go, let's go. Here we come. Egland coming up the right side. He looks, puts a long one on goal at the buzzer, and that ends period number 1. 1-0 in favor of the Long Beach Icedogs. And here on Sports Radio 1380, this is Fort Wayne Komet hockey.
Next up from Pepsi, K's Choice.
Next time is you.
Now we're back to even strength as we had a 3-second power play, but we're right back in the action now as the Komets behind their own net. A couple of forecheckers down for Long Beach. Komets come out of the zone, and up it comes. Picked off as going for it was the Komet winger. No play as Egland coming back. Here
3-on-2.
Here comes Selmser. He got a shot wide of the net. Going after it was the Komets. Selmser tips it loose, sends it around behind the net. Off in the corner, Mike Martin squeezed it loose, couldn't hang on. Out of the zone comes Long Beach again, held in for a moment by Penn. He bangs to Larry, and we'll take a whistle. We have an offside, I believe. So with the offside, faceoff will come right back outside the Long Beach zone with 19:24 still left in period number 2. We just get it underway. It's 1-0 Long Beach.
Well, the Komets start out with a 3-on-2. Selmser with the puck, and I don't believe he knew he had the two guys with him because he blasted it on the far side, hoping his winger could get there, but he had Penn trailing the play on this side.
Long Beach cycling back into the defense. Out of the zone they come, and moving it up was Belisma to center ice. He's met there by Sean Penn, and here they come. Komets tip it wide as Egland tried to knock it inside the Long Beach zone. It's picked up by the defender McCambridge and turned back over to center ice again. Long shot tipped into the Fort Wayne corner as it's Mike Martin going far boards. He gets banged to the board. Look out front of the net, and where'd it go? Hanging on, Racine. He knocked it down in front of the net, then lost it. Didn't know where it went.
Well, Long Beach had dumped it in and went to the corner as the winger pinched in on the defense. He just threw it at the net, and I think Racine thought the puck was going to be passed. All of a sudden, he feels it into his pads. Fortunately, it stuck there, and the defense was able to help up as Racine, a little bit of a bouncing puck around the net, holds on for a face-off.
Moral of the story, you don't know what to do it, put it on the net.
Exactly. You got the shot credited and almost a goal.
Bogunecki in the face-off against Stefan now, just to the left of Racine. Bogey's up with the puck. Now he's hooked off the play by Stefan, and off behind the net. Komets have it. Here we come, looking for it now. Dameworth flips it up the boards. It's a little soft one going back into the Long Beach zone. Danny Lambert chased it down. He has it behind his own net. Snaps it off to Matusi. Matusi coming up on the wing. Now long cross-ring pass to Stefan at the corner. Knocked down, and the Komets covered. Here's Andre Waugh. Andre around behind the net, away from one check. Keeps coming with the puck. Here's Andre on the move. He's coming to the line, going in and firing on the money. Kicked into the corner by Koch. Around behind the net, Bach rather. Now it's off to Andre Bashkirov. Andre, front of the net. Picked up by the Komets. Couldn't get to the play. Knocked down by Matusi. Dumped to neutral ice. Komets get it back. Dameworth off the boards, but it's up into the bench at the Long Beach side. Komets with a bit of a threat. 18-12 to go. Period number 2. Still 1-0 Long Beach.
But a quick line change. A pretty quick-paced game right now with them both going at each other. And, of course, the Komets trying to catch them to diffuse the physical part. But at this point, still pretty good skating hockey game.
All right, it's going to be Brad Purdie back into the faceoff for Fort Wayne. Balwa Boyce are going to be the wingers, and into the faceoff for Long Beach, Dmitry Leonov. Back up it comes. Long Beach wheel it in behind the Fort Wayne net. All the way to the far corner. It's Adam Smith with it, bumping it up the near boards. Can't get to the play. Smith coming back to cover as Boyce coming loose with the play. Out it comes to center. Balwa couldn't quite handle that one. Now all the way to the Long Beach line. Chapdelaine whirls around, sends it back up ice into the Komet corner as it'll be Adam Smith chasing this one down. Here's Smitty looking around. Whoop, came up the near boards, deflected by Long Beach, sent back in the corner. Komets have it one more time. Out to center, it's Purdie. Caught up with the play. Into the zone it goes, knocked loose by Boyce. He's run off the puck, and Long Beach coming right back up ice again. Komets chip it loose as Balwa checks his man. Now dumped in behind the Fort Wayne net as it's going to be circled off by Racine. Couldn't get to the play, and Balwa's got it. Lost it in front of the net. Here they come. The drive went wide again, and Balwa coming near boards. Takes his man, wraps him up in the corner. Can't get to the play. Turned back up ice again. Good check this time by the Komets. Shargorodsky checked his man loose right through the goal crease again. Shargorodsky chased this one down and off behind the net. Here it comes. Adam Smith now moves it all the way around the far boards. Can they get it out? Yep, they do. And at neutral ice, Long Beach starts to recycle it again. Turned into the Comet corner, and Adam Smith after it again. Comets try to come out of their own zone. Good at center ice. Tipped into the Long Beach zone by Purdie, and the Comets with a line change. Selms are out now with Feeblecorn, and the other players, Egland at the Fort Wayne net. Picked up by the Comets. Take a look, Mike, as Martin into the corner, hit off the puck by DeBrusque.
Penalty.
It comes, and what's
Long
the
Beach.
penalty? It's going to be an interference call, and it's assessed against McCambridge.
Yeah, he pinched in, and as he had the Comet the winger standing on the boards with his back to him, give him a pretty good shot before the puck got to him, and I believe it's interference, and the Comets with another power play opportunity here early in this second period.
Okay, here on Sports Radio 1380, it's Comet Hockey.
Like we're in for a good old-fashioned Hoosier winter. Call Bushy's Renovations before it's too late. Call them tomorrow morning. Get started on having those sensational new Renewal by Anderson windows installed. 10 months, same as cash, or $250 cash back with a purchase of $2,500 or more. 456-1247. They all know what they're doing at Bushy's, and they definitely know about Renewal by Anderson windows. Sick 'em, Bob. This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Here we come as Long Beach clears the puck. Andre Waugh cycling at his own blue line, coming across now. Here it comes all the way into the zone. A shot by Shargorodsky, blocked, held into the zone alive by Mike Martin. Martin down the boards to Andre Bashkirov. Bashko got it, back out to Martin. Martin now feeds all the way left side. Shargorodsky fires! Knocked down, Shags gets it back. Here's Shargorodsky now going into the corner. Picked up there by Bogunecki. Around behind the net to Bashkirov. Bashkirov back to Bogie in the corner. And it's turned loose back to Bashkirov. Up at the point to Martin. Back to Bashkirov. Halfway right side. Here's Bashkir. Look, and he lost the pass again. Front of the net. Shot. Score!
Take it. Take it around, please. Good movement by the Comets. They end up with Martin back on the point. Shargorodsky snuck around from the other point. Moved into the goal crease area. And as Bashkirov was able to pick him up, fed him a perfect pass through the goal crease, similar to the one Long Beach scored. Comets power play goal, tie it up. Good goal, good movement.
So Bashkirov and Martin assist on Shargorodsky's goal at 4:28. Good start right now on Sports Radio 1380. It's Comet Hockey.
Such is. In a never-ending quest to attract more female listeners, Papa Joe Chevalier recently sent out a promotional postcard with his mug plastered on the front.
This is my lucky day. I get a picture of you.
Let's just say the photographer didn't get his good side.
You know the male model, Fabio? I don't look a thing like him. Not even a little bit.
Now that I get a good look at this thing, suddenly Yoda comes to mind.
Oh, dear. He's not attracted to me at all.
How do you think we feel? Papa Joe, weeknights after Art and Dean Sports Talk, right here on Sports Radio 1380, The Game. This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Well, if you want to know what Patrick Stefan can do from the faceoff, the Comets were totally committed from center ice. Nobody back on the blue line. Stefan picks up the puck, rolls in, just shoved a little spot in the 5-hole right underneath Racine, made it look like a rocking chair.
Well, what was tough about it for Racine, as Stefan was breaking in on a partial breakaway, he looked like he was going to try to deke. Racine was getting ready to play the deke, and all of a sudden the Comet defenseman got back and laid a two-hander on Stefan, and the puck squirted off his stick, fooled everybody, went between Racine's legs, and now you got Stefan on the bench over there with a sore hand.
So back we come the other way. Comets hold it out. Now it's going to be at the goal mouth. Turned wide in the corner. Comets have it back. Here's Penn coming up the zone. A drive. That time as Mike Martin got the shot, couldn't make it play, and back up it comes to Madre. Madre now on his way. Feeds off at center. On the wing left side. Going to DeBrusque. DeBrusque at the line. Has it poked loose, and we're back in the neutral zone. Chapdelaine at his own blue line sends it back up the middle. Turned aside. Comet still couldn't control it. As Egland tried to reach for the puck, couldn't get to the play, and back it comes to Mike Martin. Kept in at the line by Jutras. Jutras has it knocked loose, and he has to go to center ice to play it for Long Beach. And the Icedogs back up the middle. Comes into the Fort Wayne corner. Who's got it? Mike Martin coming back to Bawa. Bawa checked off from behind on the play by McCambridge. Back it goes all the way to the line. Icing is the call against the Comets, and the face-off all the way back inside the Fort Wayne line. 14:31 to go. Period 2. 2-1 Icedogs.
And it didn't take long. 6 seconds for the Icedogs to come back. Right from the face-off, a miscue at the blue line. Ged Stefan, a wide-open side going down the wing. And as I say, at the last second, as he was trying to make the deke, the defense would come across and whack a pretty good two-hander. And unfortunately, it fools Racine as it slips off the stick, slides between the legs when Racer was trying to play the deke.
All right, here we come as Stefan back on the ice now, going to the face-off. Purdie's out of the circle, and who goes in? Bawa. Bawa ties up his man, but here's a drive in front of the net. Racine knocks it down. Picked up by Williams. Williams trying to move it up ice. Can't do the job. It's held back in the corner nevertheless. And behind the net, Dameworth takes Rosa off the puck. And who's got it now? Up the right boards. Out top. Look out. Another drive knocked loose. Bawa trying to come to center ice on the play. Bawa feeds cross rink. Boyce has it and whips it long inside the Long Beach zone. Off behind the net. Bach, the goaltender, handles the play. Pumps it up the near boards. Turned wide. Comes all the way to center ice, and back it comes again. Rosa going wide on the defense, trying to get by Dameworth. Couldn't do it. Dameworth runs him off the puck. Rosa comes down, slides it loose. Advance to a teammate with a hand whistle, and we will have a face-off outside the line as they made the quick hand advance with 13:50 still left in period number 2 on Sports Radio 1380. It's Comet Hockey.
It's time to rediscover Hartley's. It's time to rediscover what fine dining tastes like and feels like. Time to realize in this fast-paced, fast food world that white linen tablecloths and gentle candlelight and personalized service that is second to none among Fort Wayne residents. Well, it's time to realize that you're worth all the effort that is the singular difference between Hartley's and everywhere else. It's time to rediscover what great food really tastes like at Hartley's, 4301 Fairfield.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Here we come as they finally clear out of the zone, dump back inside the Long Beach area. Look out. As Lambert back in the corner, chased by Feeblecorn. Down in the corner it comes. Picked off hard on the play was the winger in the corner, Bashkirov, but now it's Long Beach back with the puck to Tulare. Tulare now chased off the play by Shargorodsky at the Fort Wayne line. Turned aside and held into the zone. Now here we come. Bashkirov out at center to Bogunecki. To Shargorodsky, who dumps it in behind the Long Beach blue line. Danny Lambert sweeps it around behind the net, picked up on the right boards, dumped out of the zone, kept alive for a moment by Shargorodsky. Now at center, Komets have to get it back. As Adam Smith tried to move it off to Feeblecorn, the breaking winger, just couldn't reach him. And here we come again with Lambert at the throttle at center. Pumps it high in the air, and down it goes in behind the Fort Wayne goal. Knocked down there. Komets try to find some room. Back up it comes. On the wing, dumped out to center ice as Sean Penn slides by the check. Knocked down Ware at the line. Penner got it back, and he's hooked off the play. Back of the zone it comes again. Penn got it one more time, but now cleared off the boards. Down in front it comes. No shot off the play, as going in was Blisma. Blisma knocked away from the play. Who's coming up with it this time? Turned wide, and at the line, look out. Another one knocked loose, as it's going to be Mike Martin. Martin checked off the play hard. Blisma picks it up in the corner again. And now around it comes as somebody got a pretty good hit. And another good hit down in the corner. And they dump it all the way back, and the goaltender has to make a play on it. Long Beach coming back out of the zone. And Selmser with a good forecheck, but it's dumped to center ice. Komets line it up again, and now they have it back. And here is Sean Penn. As Penn dumps it into the corner, comes off for a line change, and it's going to be behind the Long Beach net. Madre back out in its center. Here they come again, all the way to the winger on the play, going deep, unable to get the shot away that time was Williams. Up come the Komets, and it's center ice. Here we come. Egland on his way. Fires. It's knocked down in the corner. Egland taken off by McCambridge. Down in the boards. They fire it behind the net again. Bach, the goaltender, clears around the far boards. After it now will be the winger on the play, Dion Darling. And Darling now having a good look at McCambridge. Nothing happening there.
A little pushing, a little talking, but McClamen doesn't want any part of the defense and Darling right now at this point. They break up, no penalties called, 11:24 to go, Komets down 2-1.
On Sports Radio 1380, this is Fort Wayne Comet Hockey.
Geez, so if I break into a little... Well, it's the Super Saturday sale at Sears, for heaven's sake. March 6th, only one day to divide and conquer. It's a big job, but hey, I'm bringing the 4x4.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
On the face-off, it's behind the Long Beach net as they try to cycle it out, and Williams coming loose, trying to come up with an outlet pass, and it goes left boards instead. All the way to center ice. Komets try to knock it down. Darling had a piece of this one. Stefan going in. all the way right side as it's Waugh taking Stefan to the boards. In behind the net, here we come. Komets have it. And back out of the zone one more time, coming out to center ice. All the way back into the zone. Here's Bogunecki. A dive right off the chest that time of Bach. Up it comes, held in the zone one more time by the Komets. Can't clear it. Here they come.
There we go. Waugh down
one the other way, and Waugh's got somebody down there. It's Waugh and McCambridge going at it, and Waugh's trying to come loose. And they both have each other's sweater. Nobody's getting a heck of a lot done right now. Waugh and McCambridge.
Well, this thing all started when Waugh laid a pretty good solid body check on Stefan down in the corner. All of a sudden, you got another player. Williams came across and tried to give Waugh a bit of a whack, and that got one of the defensemen involved. And then McCammon, as Waugh got back down in the corner again,
got a pretty good
came after Waugh.
Waugh and McCambridge.
Two big guys going at it, and nobody really got the best of anybody. A couple of punches by each of them, and they tangle and finally break it up. But that all started with the protection of Stefan when Waugh laid a pretty clean, solid body check on him. And, of course, Long Beach looking for him out there, trying to protect their investment, their goal scorer, or whatever he is out there for them.
So we'll take him back and have a face-off, I believe. We're inside the Fort Wayne blue line on the play with 10:48. Still left in period number 2, and the score 2-1 as the Komets came back early in the period on a power play. It was Shargorodsky at 4:28. 6 seconds later, Stefan put him back in the lead at 2-1 again.
Well, again, it always makes you wonder, as long as you hit a goal scorer cleanly, why anybody has to protect them. But you see that all the time. It's like you can't touch those guys. They got to be able to freewheel and do the little things out there that beat hockey teams. And Waugh going out there playing a solid body check on him, that's the game, and he should have done it exactly what he did.
Well, of course, Stefan is safe in the knowledge that he knows if anybody goes after him that they're going to have to pay the price, and he's not going to have to be the guy to do it. Here come the Komets back up the middle to Bogunecki. Bogunecki out at center to Bashkirov. Bashkirov over center, and Dameworth drives it deep inside the line. Picked up there. Bogunecki around behind the net, going in, trying to chase Matusi off the play. Here we come as
penalty coming
hard on the play.
Stefan going to get one. Stefan hooked Bogunecki as the Komets trying to get in and do some forechecking. Stefan standing back a little bit, doing a little hooking, and he nails Bogunecki, pulls him down. Komets will have a power play advantage here. 10:30 to go, second period.
So Stefan has the penalty if he decides to admit to it, I guess, huh?
Yeah, well, he's sort of cruising around out there, who me? So he's got the message now, and he's heading for the penalty box.
So Komets with a power play. Chance to maybe get it tied up. So the face-off stays inside the Long Beach zone off to the left of goaltender Ryan Bach. Bogunecki back to the face-off for Fort Wayne against Doug Ast. It's into the corner deep, around behind the net. Came far boards, chipped out nicely and hung onto it, but finally cleared again, and Shargorodsky chased it down in the Fort Wayne zone. One man up on the forecheck. That's going to be Doug Ast, and Shargorodsky starts back out of his own lookout, moving away. Back to Shargorodsky. Shags over center now. In he goes all the way wide. Comes down the board, slips it off into the corner, and he's nailed hard on the play. And they drive it right back in the Fort Wayne zone again. Around we come, and Mike Martin on the throttle now. Back up it comes to Egland, and here comes Egland to center ice. At the zone, in he goes. Slides it deep into the corner, and this time it's Bashkirov coming up with a puck. Tried to slide it out to the point. Can't do it. At the zone. Oh, point-blank shot. Front of the net. Score. Egland gets the goal.
They stick at it. Bashkirov takes the shot as it was bouncing. The goaltender comes out to play it. He kicks it away, and it goes right to Bogunecki, who had a great shot on a rebound. As he got it the second time back, instead of firing it, he sees Egland standing on the doorstep. He flips a little pass to him, and Egland in the open side of the net makes no mistakes, jams it in. Power play goal. Second power play for the Komets.
Bogunecki, Bashkirov the assist, Egland the goal. So we're back even Steven out at center ice, and we're all tied up. On Sports Radio 1380, it's Komet Hockey.
Do you know what's in your credit files? You should. Others do. Now you can check your credit files easily with CreditCom. Authorized by the 3 national credit bureaus, CreditCom combines all 3 files into one easy-to-read profile of your personal credit history. If any information is wrong, Creditcom tells you how to make it right. Take control of your credit. Order your profile today for only $29.95 plus $2.95 shipping and handling. Call 800-631-1000. That's 800-631-1000.
This is Komets on Sports Radio 1380. The game.
Good. Big save.
Oh, boy. Komets put a little pressure on that time. Great shot on goal by Ian Boyce and a great save by Ryan Bach, the goaltender. He was moving to his right and had to throw the catcher out to the left, and he just barely picked it.
Well, Darling stands up, intercepts the puck, and gives a little flip past the Boyce, who walks right in on the left side. Clear open shot. The goaltender came out, challenged him, and he had the angle. Goaltender with that big glove catches it, goes down. Boise had a great scoring chance.
Ready again for the face-off inside the Long Beach zone. Out at the point it comes. Here's Dameworth going to the corner, slides it around behind the net, picked up by the defender Matusi, and back up he comes. Into the zone, Matusi still trying to work the puck. Sends it cross rink to Lambert. Danny to Matusi, still in their own zone. Now the Comet forecheck is starting to work. Here they come the other way, though. Rosa coming in with, who's got it? Comets trying to get it out of there. Stefan picks it, though. Around behind the net he comes. All the way up far boards, tried to cram it in the corner, couldn't do the job. They get all mixed up in the boards in the corner, and back out it comes, and finally here comes Boyce. Lead pass to Bawa. Bawa at center, coming off to Purdie. Purdie at the line, and Purdie is just attacked at the zone by the defender Matusi. Long Beach now clears the zone. Back out of the zone they come. Back at center. Whoa! Did that take a bounce in front of Racine? But he was there for it. Now the Komets clear it out of the zone. It's back offside. Komets have it. Here's Mike Martin. Out of the zone he comes. Lead pass going to center. Picked up again as Long Beach coming back into the zone. Wide right side. Blisma nailed once by Big Adam Smith. Around it comes. And the Komets come back as Thibault-Corn dumps it loose at the neutral zone. Back to the defense. Madre into his own zone. Cleared wide. And out at center it comes to Leonov. And now they dump it to the Comet line where Fort Wayne picks it up again. Turned wide. After it come the Komets as unable to get to that one. The Fort Wayne defense. But back they come again as Mike Martin gets the clearing pass. Up the zone it comes to Thibault-Corn. Now Ben behind the net out to Sean Penn. Penner over center and just slides it all the way inside that Long Beach corner. Off into the zone it comes. Egland behind the net. Couldn't come up with a loose puck. Out of the zone they come. Front of the goal mouth. Egland there almost turned it in the corner. A nice save again by Bach as he came just in the nick of time to cover it up. 7:33 to go. We are in period number 2. We are tied at 2. The Komets and Long Beach, and on Sport
a couple of times, and he backed back a little bit from him, and they brought the sticks up, but he's not going to back off too far.
I thought one of the greatest guys to never see back off a puck was Theron Fleury. What a tough little masculine he was. He was something else. All right, here comes Long Beach now, back in the Fort Wayne corner, going hard to the zone. Picked up by Kobizda in the corner. Kobizda runs his man off the plate. Komets have it back as Bogunecki tries for it, can't do it. Kobizda again going in on the boards. Bogunecki now has to rock Ast off the puck. Kobizda with another good hit, and Bogunecki coming back up ice, fires at the length of the rink as he gets creamed on the play by DeBrusque. Behind the net, touched up icing's called against the Komets, and the face-off back inside the Fort Wayne zone. And what's beginning to happen now, when you hit back, and that's what they've been doing. Nobody's turning around trying to chop somebody. Well, they're just going after one another. Good, hard, physical play.
Well, Kobizda did exactly what you want to teach your defense. He went in the corner and he took the man out and played the body. I mean, this kid's a big guy, and he's got to go in, play it physical. When he took him off the puck, all of a sudden it sits there, and then Bogunecki comes in, picks the loose puck up. Now, Bogunecki had time to make a play there, but he throws it off the glass, creates the icing call. But that's what you have to do. Take him out of the play, get your guy to help you out.
Komets now come to the neutral zone. Here's Bashkriov. Move away from him. Give him a chance. Bashko going to the corner to Matusi. Around it comes. Back out to neutral ice. Knocked loose, and look out. Going Shargorodsky to the Fort Wayne zone. Here's Shags coming back out of the zone. Good lead pass at center. Turned into the corner hard that time by the Komets. Behind the net, Danny Lambert coming loose for the play. Wheels it up. Knocked down instead by Bogunecki. To Bashkirov. Bashko in the corner. Knocked loose. Selmser can't get to the puck, and it's cleared to neutral ice again. Komets have it. Here's Dameworth. Cross rink. Shargorodsky. Shags now back to Dameworth. Dameworth starts back up one more time. Pumps a lead pass that's knocked down, and into the zone comes the Komets one more time as Bogunecki and Danny Lambert bang away at each other.
They bump heads and say a few things, but that's about all those two are going to do at this point here. Bogey not known as a fighter, and of course Danny Lembar not known as a fighter, so they have a few words to say. The linesmen get in him. 6:18 to go. We got a tie score at 2. Komets with 2 power play goals here in the second period have tied this game up.
Bogunecki and Lambert, not bad. Both 5'9", about 190 pounds. Let them go, huh?
Well.
Brad Purdie goes to the face-off for Fort Wayne against Patrick Stefan, just outside the Long Beach blue line. 2-2 the score, 6:18 left in the period. Let's see how we go now. Get a little more physical as the game goes on. Let's hope that the referee recognizes that and gives him a chance to play. Now it's cleared in behind the net. Lambert there. Chased off the puck. Bawa going in deep, drills his man. Up it comes, trying to keep it at the line. Turned out to center ice. Back it comes all the way as Stefan going to the corner, trying to get by his man. He does. And he's run hard to the boards that time. And the Komets come back with a play as Ian Boyce going to the boards, gets away from one check, says, help me, sending it to the side of the net, but nobody came back to help, and here they come the other way. Stefan, a drive, nice save on the play. Tipped all the way back in the corner. That time as Dameworth stands Stefan up, picked up by Rosa instead. Right side, going to the front of the net. They look, they fire, it's knocked down again. Scramble, front of the goal mouth. Komets try to get the play, can't do it again. Cleared off left boards, and here we come as it's knocked loose at center ice, and the penalty call will be made, apparently against the Komets.
And again, after the play was dumped out, the Komets with the retaliation penalty. It could be a 10-minute penalty. Is that what it is?
Somebody's got time coming on this one at 14:34.
And you got Long Beach in the penalty box at this point.
Whoa, Rosa. He got unsportsmanlike for 2.
And now they just get a bench penalty.
Unsportsmanlike.
Yep.
And now also bench.
Yeah, Box Breyer right now. He's quite upset. He's got a stick in his hand and everything, yelling at the referee. And they're going to get a bench penalty on top of this.
So it all came at 14:34.
Yep. The Komets were struggling to get the puck out of their own zone, and Rosa come in behind, gets himself a 2-minute penalty for unsportsmanlike.
Yep.
And then the bench gets all upset. The coach over there, John Van Berksmeer, he really gets upset, raises a stick to the referee, and he gets another bench penalty. The Komets will have a big opportunity here. 2-man advantage for at least 2 minutes.
Could light the fire, Robbie, by the time it's over here. No doubt about that.
Well, we talked about building confidence. They've come back with 2 power play goals. They've tied this game at 2. It'd be nice to see us have a lead for a while and see what we could do with it.
That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Elsewhere around the IHL, of course, tonight, Detroit at Orlando. They're tied at 3 in the second. And nothing Milwaukee at Chicago, Kansas City at Manitoba, Michigan at Houston, or Las Vegas at Utah. Blanks on the board there all the way down the line. So it's a 2-man advantage for the Komets for the next 2 minutes of play. And would this be nice to make a little hay?
And I think that Long Beach, as we talked about before, the fact that the Komets were distracted with the fact about watching this Stefan. Now I think Long Beach is getting a little upset with the fact that the Komets playing the body on Stefan are losing the concentration of playing the game and more worried about protecting this kid. And all of a sudden the Komets are becoming much more effective with the physical part of this game, and Long Beach having trouble handling it at this point.
Bogunecki, Egland, and Bashkirov are up front for Fort Wayne as they pick up the draw. Blisma sends it all the way to his own corner. Danny Lambert has it behind the net. Right up the middle it comes into the Fort Wayne zone. Picked up by the Komets goaltender Racine. Shargorodsky behind the net, back on the attack. 5-on-3. Here comes Bogunecki at center ice, coming to the line. And he goes all the way into the zone to the Komets up top. Here's Shargorodsky, can't get the shot away yet. Now feeds it off to Bashkriov, right side to Shargorodsky. Oh my, just about lost it. Here's Shargorodsky now coming right side, all the way left side, back in the corner. Bogunecki let it bounce off his stick. Here we come the other way now, sending it all the way up the middle. Shargorodsky up top.
Need the shots, guys.
Got to get a shot. Here we come. Whoa, that deflects wide. Bashkirov has it on the boards. Lips up top again. Take a shot. Wide it comes. Score!
Bogunecki. They were patient again. Bashkirov picked it up in the corner, threw it back to the point. Shager up to Purdie. Purdie could have shot, but he saw Bogunecki standing at the side, threw a fake shot, passed it right across. Bogunecki, the open side of the net. Power play goal, 2-man advantage third power play of the game. The Komets have a 3-2 lead.
So away we go. It was Bogunecki from Bashkirov and Purdie. That's the guy, Purdie, yeah. So that one came at 15-22, and the Komet power play has come alive tonight. Wow. All right, here we come, another face-off picked up by Long Beach. Komets presently with the lead. Long Beach drive it in behind the Fort Wayne net. All right, here we come.
Still power play time, Komets.
Komets now moving out. Here's Boyce back to Shargorodsky. Shargs over center, drives it behind the net. Picked up by Purdie on the right boards. He spun off the play in the corner. Shargorodsky coming way up high. Feeds it off halfway right side to Bawa. Back in the corner to Boyce. Boyce now looking. Has to move it. Where's he going to go? Boise up front. Fires! Rebound right out in front of the net. Couldn't get the play. Turned back out of the zone. Anybody in the crease that time would have had some garbage skin. Here we come again. Shargorodsky back to Boyce. Tipped into the zone to Bawa, who knocks it down. It came loose to Purdie. He lost it, and back up ice it comes to Madre. Madre dumps it to the Komet line. 1-4 check on the play. Shargorodsky with the puck. Here's Shargorodsky. Lost it. They get a man in front of the net. Up the middle it comes. Look out. Komets get it back as Bogunecki goes hard to the corner. In it comes as Darling trying to come up with the puck. He's got it loose. Gets by one check. Couldn't get it out of the zone. But here comes the Komets again. Andrei Bashkirov's got the Jets flying now. In he goes. Feeds off to Boyce. Boyce to Bashkirov in the corner. Oh, up top. Great play. Backhand shot wide as Darling couldn't get anything on that one. Now he goes to the corner. We're back even again. Darling feeds by one man. Missed the check. Here they come up ice all the way back in the Fort Wayne zone. Chad Dameworth back gets the touch. It will be icing. 3:10 left. It is period 2. Komets 3. Long Beach 2 on Sports Radio 1380. Komet Hockey.
I heard Sears is having a Super Saturday sale. So, hey, excuse me while I go nuts. This is like hearing the mall's on sale. Because Sears isn't a ham sandwich. It's a smorgasbord. It's towels, tires, tops, TVs, and that's just the tease. So, if I break into a little... Well, it's the Super Saturday sale at Sears, for heaven's sake. March 6th, only one day to divide and conquer. It's a big job, but hey, I'm bringing the 4x4.
This is Komet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Okay, now we're starting to live a little bit. Selmser going back to the face-off, this time against Stefan, off to the right of the goaltender. Selmser takes his man into the corner as a little physical play there by McCambridge, the defender, as back out of the zone they come. Up ice, good hit that time as Stefan comes loose with the puck. He was lined up by Adam Smith. Rosa back in his own zone, clears to the defense. Up the defense comes McCambridge. At center, McCambridge rolled off the play. At the Fort Wayne line again, it's going to be Adam Smith. Pumps it up, nobody there. Picked up by Stefan, swept to the corner behind the net one more time. Here we come. Nicely up the middle, open man there. Mike Martin was swept into the zone by Sean Penn. Penn can't clear the puck on the boards. It comes up, kept in behind the net. All the way to the right boards and breaking out of the zone comes Ferner. He's nailed on the play. Komets get it back. Came back up the middle, and everybody couldn't get offside on the play, and they got a slow whistle on as behind his own net, McCambridge, the defender. They're still waiting behind the net. That slow delay offside is still on it. Back they come to the winger. Leonov picked up by the Komets again. Back into the zone they go. Set wide and out at center on the break to the Fort Wayne line comes Blisma. Two-line pass. Gets the whistle as the Komets, as we observe, are getting much more aggressive in terms of their forecheck. They're standing up. They're taking the man. They're not chasing the puck, and it's starting to get into a pretty good hockey game.
Well, the key right now is Long Beach is looking for the body checking, too, and they're backing off a little bit. Instead of controlling the puck and skating as they were in the first period, they're backpedaling a little bit, and the Komets coming across pretty strong right now with a lot of physical bumping.
Purdie up with a face-off, picked up by Fort Wayne. In goes Shargorodsky, holds it at the point. He has a check loose, and they try to break it away on
2-on-1.
They got it breaking at the line, going in on the net. The shot, save, and hanging on, Racine.
Well, they make a mistake at the blue line. Shargorodsky tries to stand up, and all of a sudden they flip the puck off the board. A quick 2-on-1 as they move the puck to the right wing, and the quick shot. Racine comes out, cuts the angle down, makes the save, but no rebound.
When you're the last guy, you don't make it pretty, you make it safe.
Exactly, and the Komet forward's got to see Shargorodsky in trouble there at the blue line. Got to get back a little quicker, reacting.
So we'll face it off back in the zone, and it stays into the line, all the way in front of the net, knocked down again by the Komets. Picked up on the boards in the corner. Good hard shot by Martin that time as He drives the Czech Blizma off the ice. Komets come back again. Here we come to center ice, and on the move comes Adam Smith, and he whips it around behind the net. It took a crazy bounce, and it went right to the stick of Madre of Long Beach, but back they come out of the zone. Heading for center ice now. Long shot wide of the Fort Wayne net. Look out. Picked up behind the goal. Back up ice it comes as it's moved nicely by Dion Darling. Oh, cross rink intercepted. Back into the zone it comes. Stepping in was Tulare. Tulare at the side of the net. Has it poked away. Komets go after it again. Loose puck squirts off, and Ian Boyce has it for the Komets. Here's Boise coming out of his zone. Skates it hard. Feeds a lead pass into the corner as Bogunecki was all wrapped up on the play, and the icing call is made. And the face-off all the way back in the zone. Boyce looked at Bogunecki, I think, figuring he was going to get away, and the defender had Bogey wrapped up like a Christmas package.
Well, exactly. As he tried to break the clearing pass, a little bit of interference by the defense and standing up and getting in front of him and broke up the play. 10 shots on goal in the second period by the Komets, 7 by Long Beach. So we've got the shots tied at 14. Still not a lot of shots in a hockey game with the potential offenses these two teams have.
So Bogunecki back in the face-off for Fort Wayne against Doug Ast. And Bogey looks for the draw, came to the near boards. Nicely in goes the defender, Darling, trying to jam his man off the puck. Look out, man in front of the net, can't get to the play. Williams tries to dig it out for Long Beach. He's tied up momentarily by the Komets, Darling, and Bogunecki behind the net works his man hard. Clears him off the puck. Look out, trying to get a man in front of the net. Don't have it yet. Here Darling. They come, far boards. Komets clear the length of the rink, but the penalty call's made as Darling's got his guy all wrapped up down behind the net. So we have a penalty coming at 19-16.
Well, Darling gets tangled up with Darryl Williams as he's trying to scoot around behind the net. Darling couldn't get his footing to be able to get him and press him against the boards. He ended up having to reach out and grab on. Creates the holding call, and with 44 seconds in this second period, Komets will play it short-handed. Face-off will stay deep in the Komet zone, and they get a couple of fresh troops out there right now. Bashkirov coming over the bench, and Smitty's going to go on defense with Boise up front, and Mike Martin on the point.
So let's see if we kill one off here. Komets lead at 3-2, and it's been an uphill battle all the way. And they have really asserted themselves, and now the quickness of Long Beach starting to come out, and the Komets are just giving it everything they've got to keep this thing under control right now. Here come the Komets. Oh, no! Shot saved. Rebound clear to the corner as Adam Smith tries to chop it up ice. Round the far boards. It comes. It gets by Lambert. Race on for the puck as Bashkirov going to the zone. Bashkirov trying to clear it up the near boards. He's got it. Front of the net. Oh! Boyce broke in there and almost deflected it shorthanded. Now Stefan drops it all the way back into his own corner. 20 seconds left in the period. Out of the zone we come again. Lead pass is good all the way to the line. Stefan going in right. Stefan just holds it out there. Waits. Still waits. Now feeds into the corner. Breaks to the hole. Couldn't get it. Stefan cycles into the corner. Front of the net. Oh, my. Went right over Rosa's stick. Came in far boards, and buzzer sounds. Period over. End of 2. Score. Komets 3, Long Beach 2. On Sports Radio 1380, it's Komet. All right, here we go. Stefan at center ice to face off against Boyce. They bang away at it. It's back at the Long Beach blue line. Danny Lambert cycles it over on the left side. Tulare coming through. Back they go into the zone. Around behind the net as it's cleared behind the goal by Augusta. Good poke check that time as Racine cleared it to center ice. Here we come, far side. Tulare coming up top to Lambert. Back to Tulare. Right side, Stefan. Stefan now looking down in the corner. He breaks to the hole, but nobody there to cover him. Low, nice defensive move as Damesworth staying home on the play. Now he turns it around the far boards, and it is going to be picked up nicely and driven all the way back by Andrei Bashkirov. Here we come again as Boyce puts a little check on the puck, holds it wide. Here they come, Fort Wayne zone. One more time, chipped into the corner, going after it hard on the boards. Augusta came around the far boards. Tulare now tries to chip it back in the corner. Up top it comes to Stefan. Stefan just sort of cruising around, takes a little look, feeds up top. And from up top, Stefan going into the slot, knocked down at the goal mouth. Can't get it wide again. As Darling going in hard, knocks his man down, but Lambert up with the puck anyway. Came crosswing, Tulare down in the corner. Nicely set aside again by Adam Smith behind the net, dug out. And one more time, Augusta coming around behind the net. Still 8 seconds to go in the power play. Look out, a drive, and they miss it wide. Stefan was in the right place that time. It just didn't work. Danny Lambert steps in, and he pumps one. Knocked down wide of the net. We're even again. Stefan behind the net, trying to find a play. Came out front, scrambled, knocked down once by the Komets as it's Selmser. Selmser on the boards, rubbed off the play again by Augusta in the corner. Komets try to come up with it, can't get the job done. Stefan rubbed off the play by Adam Smith, knocked down at the point. Look out front of the net again. Komets go behind the net and give it away to, nope, it's up into the crowd. They recycled it around the glass, and I thought for sure they were going to give it away up the right side one more time, but they didn't, and they survived the power play by Long Beach. They hold a 3-2 lead to the Komets, and 18:20 left in the match.
Well, Dion Darlin stayed right at home in front of the net there and never left as Long Beach was trying to feed it out front to that slot man. Finally got the pocket as he fired up off the glass, got the break, got the whistle they wanted. Get the new line change. Faceoff does stay in the Komet zone, but they survived at their power play opportunity by Long Beach. Still hold their 3-2 lead.
Salmser goes to the faceoff. They scrum for it at the goal mouth. Cleared across far corner Jutras, and now it's Shargorodsky up the boards. Rolled back off Egland's stick. Can't play it. Round behind the net one more time. Left to Racine to Shargorodsky. Came around the far boards. Komets can't get it again in front of the net. Now who's got it? It's Salmser coming out of the zone as Penn clears it. Back at the Long Beach blue line now. Here they come back on the near board, sending it up to the Fort Wayne line. Turned in nicely by Leonov behind the Fort Wayne net. Komets have it back. Here's Penn. Long lead pass going deep into the zone. And it's handled by the goaltender Bach around behind the net. Here they come back up ice. Knocked down by the Komets. Can they get to it? Nope, Egland couldn't catch up to it. And a good check by Shargorodsky. Took his man off the play. Here it comes up front. Sean Penn coming back the other way. Penner now looking, wheeling it off the boards all the way into the corner it comes, and the Komets in a line change. Back it goes, touched up there, icing called. So the Caves in a line change had to drop it off and clear it. Nobody was coming out in pursuit, so they'll face it off in the Fort Wayne zone.
Well, similar to the start of the first period, Long Beach coming out, jumping on the Komets with their speed. Komets having trouble. They're staying in their position, and as they make sure they clear the zone, they leave their zone. But Long Beach right now putting a little pressure in the Komet zone where they don't want it.
Boyce is back out with Bawa and Purdie in the face-off to the left of Racine. Komets with a 3-2 lead at the moment. Up the zone it comes to the corner. Madre trying to clear it. Gets away from the check. Comes up with the puck again. Coming wide. Still can't play it. Nail him. That's the idea. You got to come up with a play. And here comes Mike Martin, who dumps it all the way to center ice. Bawa, or I should say Boyce, just couldn't quite get a stick on it. Here we come. Oh, as Purdie almost, he's got it back. Purdie tries to drive it in the corner, which he does. Bawa in hard and then softly leans on the guy on the boards. Now back we come. Bawa goes after another one. Held in nicely by Adam Smith. Smith at the corner, can't play it. Back up comes Long Beach to center ice to the Komet line. Tulare going in wide. Looking. Feeding all the way right side behind the net. Can't get a play. Get him off there. Around the boards they come at the goal mouth. It goes wide. Komets have it again. Here's Brad Purdie up the middle to Boyce. Hit him in the back of the skate. And Long Beach coming back on the attack again. They flip it over the defense as it is DeBrusque. Turns it in. They get their line change, and back out of the zone comes Brad Purdie. Purdie wheels to center ice. Onside is Waugh. Waugh feeds it in as Bashkirov got a drive away. Came wide of the net. Far corner. Waugh going to the boards. All the way back in the corner. Nails his man hard. Up it comes to Dameworth. Picked off by Bogunecki. Bogey on the boards is run hard by Stefan. Around it comes and up the near boards. Picked up again as Bogunecki nailed on the play. It's at the neutral zone. Komet penalty called as Bogunecki gets a high stick on the play.
I think it was Is it Bogunecki or Bashkirov?
Bashkirov. I thought it was Bogunecki.
I thought it was Bashkirov. Got tangled up with him and
I don't know.
Retaliated.
Here we come.
It most likely, yeah, it was Bogunecki. They both got, of course, 33 and 23. And as he got tangled up with Stefan, Bogunecki brought the glove up and caught Stefan in the face. And drew the roughing penalty right there at center ice. So Bogunecki finds himself in the penalty box. And as we said, you got to stay out of the penalty box. You got the 3-2 lead. And that'll give Long Beach a power play opportunity.
Yeah, you have to be able to absorb a hit as well as give one. And especially in times like this, turn the other cheek.
And Stefan comes right back on the ice. So this kid loves the power play.
Yep. At least when Stefan hits you, you know where he is. Here we come now, the power play. Long Beach back through on the charge to center ice comes Tulare. Tulare now sends it into the Fort Wayne corner. Here's Dameworth around behind the net, coming up with a puck. Wheels it around the boards. Komets have it and clear at the length of the rink as Boyce is there to unload it. Here comes Bashkirov around the near boards. Back up it comes. Bashko's got it. Can't hold it. In front of the net. Boyce couldn't hold it. He lost the stick, and here they come the other way. All the way into the zone. Lambert feeds it out to the point. All the way up top, Tulare. Oh, what a drive, and it's a save on the play. Tulare wheels it off left side. Halfway down the boards. Picking it up again. They come up front of the net. It's turned wide. Is right at the goal mouth. Had a man hanging. Up it comes one more time. Komets have it. Here's Bashkirov on his way to the line. Bashko taking a look. Dumps it deep in the corner. Komets change the penalty kill. Long Beach behind their own net. Still have 1:05 to go in the power play. And back they come as Lambert weaves wide right side. Going to the Fort Wayne line. Augusta drops it off to Stefan. Stefan on the near boards. He just left it and picked it up himself, actually. Here's Stefan looking in front of the net. They go wide. And again, missing the play at the net that time, I believe, was Lambert. Cross rink again. Stefan all the way to the left point. Lambert with a drive. It's wide of the net. Coming off to Stefan halfway up the right boards. Up top again. Left side Lambert. Lambert up top. One more time to Larry. His drive is knocked down by the Komets. Can't get to the play. Dameworth down in front. Look out. Turned wide in the corner. Dameworth going in hard on the play. Trying to run his man loose. Can't get him. Funny. Knocks Augusta down. Here's Stefan. Back to Augusta at the goal mouth. It's down in front again. They couldn't get to the play. As it's picked up by Rosa. Rosa now coming up halfway up the right wall to Stefan. Stefan up top. And another drive. Turned aside. Hanging on nicely as Racine on the play.
And a little skirmish in front there as Racine got the puck come to him as a deflection. Augusta got right in the goal crease and give Racine a little bit of a bump. But Racine jumped up. The referee got in between it very quickly. But a few things being said right now. Salzburg gets mixed up with Stefan. And you see a little frustration on the part of Long Beach right now. They had good possession of the puck. Only got themselves really 2 shots on goal. And the Komets hold on.
On Sports Radio 1380, this is Komet Hockey.
What makes the Papa Joe Chevalier show special? Well, for starters, he won't sing to the childish level of some other hosts.
Nowadays, the coaches and players go, wah, wah, wah.
Hey, this is adult material, so put on your big people pants before you listen.
We fumbled 6 times, but the ref beat us. Ooh.
Supremely intelligent and in dire need of a diaper change.
The one and only Papa Joe Chevalier, weeknights after Ardenine Sports Talk, right here on Sports Radio 1380, The Game. This is Komet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
On the faceoff, the Komets dump the puck down the ice, and it goes into the crowd, and the faceoff comes right back into the Fort Wayne zone. 6 seconds still left in the Long Beach power play. Komets 3, Long Beach 2, and Racine again talking to the referee about somebody running through the goal crease on him. And let's see if it does any good. Here we come one more time for the faceoff, as again it's going to be Purdie, but out it comes to the top. Look out from the top, a shot. Hanging on as Racine right through a crowd spotted that one and gaffed it. Still 2 seconds left on the power play.
Well, again, the Komets lose the draw. It goes back to McCambridge, who just lets a quick shot go. Komet defense standing up, and Racine able to see it. Made the easy glove save. 2 seconds on the power play. Long Beach, Bogunecki getting ready to come back on the ice.
All right, Ast into the faceoff against the Komets, as here it comes around behind the net. Komets feed it up the near boards. Came loose to Bawa at center. Lead pass goes to Boyce in the zone. Back to Bawa, but he wasn't there. Komets at their own blue line. Take a look. Back out the middle. Knocked down, and here's Long Beach coming to the line as Purdie rolls his man off the puck. Coming to the line now. It's turned nicely into the zone by Kobizda. Far boards. In goes Boyce, or I should say Bawa took his man with him, and now it's dumped to center at the Fort Wayne line. Kobizda going back after it. Here's Kobizda turning right back up the middle. It comes knocked down. Komets have it into the zone. It goes to Purdie. Purdie feeds it off in front of the net. As going along the zone on a return pass from Bawa, just couldn't make it click. Out front again, and this time Shargorodsky missed it. Here they come the other way. Get on back as Boyce picks up his man, gets a little toe from him. Here they come back up the boards, and all the way into the corner it comes.
Penalty coming up too. Long Beach, I believe.
And yeah,
they give Purdie a bit of a cheap shot, and Bawa jumps in the middle of it there to go after.
Jutra starts roughing up Boyce.
Yeah. And I think it was Purdie. He got nipped from behind, and it'll have to be roughing, I would think.
Yeah.
And hopefully Bawa doesn't pick up a penalty on it right now. The Komets do have an opportunity here to have a power play.
I think, let's see, who was it? It was Jutras, and he realized he had one coming, and he tried to get Boyce involved and roughed him up a little bit, but he didn't take it.
No, Bawa got in the middle of it, and that calmed everything down, but Jutra gets himself a 2-minute cross-check of pedaling as he gives Purdie a cross-check as Purdie was trying to go back in the zone to pick the puck up. Power play Komets, 13-15. They have a 3-2 lead.
So here we go as Bogunecki back to the faceoff. He will have on the wings Egland and Bashkirov. Into the draw will be Blisma. The puck sent right back inside the Long Beach territory. Chased down by Madre behind the net. Wheels it up the boards. Knocked down in front of the goal. Komets have it back. All the way up top. Mike Martin skates around one check. Heads into the corner. Pumps it off behind the glass. On the boards now. Egland is nailed on the play. Whoa! It gets on by Shargorodsky into the Komet corner. Here we come as it's teed up by Racine. They got nobody way back, and here they come the other way. Bashko's got a long line. Here he goes all the way to the corner. Stops in front of the net. Wheels cross rink on the play for Shargorodsky. At the goal mouth, scramble, and whoa, was that close. Egland was on the doorstep, and if it hadn't been for it rolling up Bach's arm, he'd have had it in.
Well, you saw Shargorodsky from the angle we were at, saw Egland break it for the open net, and he just threw it right at the net, and the goaltender, Bach, stepped up in front and grabbed onto the puck, but good heads-up play to see Egland going for the open side of the net.
On Sports Radio 1380, this is Comet Hockey.
My daughter, she's terrific. She's always looking for ways our family can eat healthier. So that's why she buys Aunt Millie's Healthy Goodness all-natural bread. She says it's made with ingredients she'd find in her own cupboard, like unbleached flour. And it's still 98% fat-free. Me, I just like the taste. Aunt Millie's all-natural bread. It's delicious, naturally.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
All right, right now we had a linesman in a little trouble, got his pinky crammed a little bit, so we're waiting for him to come up with some first aid, and we'll be ready to go back to the action. And the Komets, 3-2 Komets lead. Eric Bogunecki back for the face-off in the zone. And ready. Doug Ast is the center to take the face-off with Bogunecki. And here we come. Bogunecki ties Ast up on the play. They poke away. Egland can't handle it. Around the far boards it comes. Kept in for a moment. Look out. Got a man break in, but it's way too long. And Racine coming out of his net, fires it up the near boards, and it's going to be Bashkirov for the Komets. Here's Bashko's got some time. Keeps coming with it. He's by another one. On his way to the line and turned into the zone. It's Bogunecki to Bashkirov as Bashkirov tried to hold it in the corner. Komets are tied up on the play again. Here they come with one man loose on the puck. Where are they going to go? Nobody in the corner, and they clear it to their defense. Nobody could control that puck. Now it's going to be picked up by Ferner, the defenseman, back into the Fort Wayne zone. Shargorodsky there, and here comes Shargorodsky out of the zone. Somebody back him up. Moving loose at center ice now. Egland coming towards center. Egland at the line. Bouncing puck, but he manages to move it in as he's picked up by Matusi, and they clear it back to center ice, and the Komets control again. Here we come at the line. Turning wide, Blisma can't get to it. Komets behind their net. Feeding it up to Dion Darling, and the Komets now can't find the handle. 25 seconds left as Darling starts back out of the zone. Feeds cross rink to Shargorodsky, who comes to center. Here's Shags off the boards. Around behind the net. Far corner, in goes Boyce to keep the puck alive deep in the zone. Komets try to come up with it again. Now picked up loose by Bawak. And Bawak win, tying his man up on the corner. They do for the moment. Now Purdie trying to play the puck. And it gets by the point man as it's going to be Dameworth to his own blue line. Bounced it back off the boards to Boyce. Boyce back to Dameworth deep where it even strength. Across the zone it comes as it's Darling to Dameworth. Dameworth out at center as Boyce finally picks it up and wheels it way up in the air. Where's it going to go?
Boo, look out.
Out of the ice surface. So we'll face it off in the neutral zone with 11:03 to go in the period. On Sports Radio 1380, it's Comet Hockey.
Good times with friends, hey, that's special. Sometimes you wish they would never end. The care you show is just as special. Friends know when to say when. Friends know when to say when.
The family of Budweiser beers reminds you, friends know when to say when. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Adam Smith behind the Comet net trying to make a play on it. Moves it up the boards to Mike Martin. Martin on his way towards center ice. Feeds it through the middle, and the Komets over center as it's Bogunecki who backhands it into the corner as Stefan wraps him. Up it comes now to Bashkirov. Bashkir had it, couldn't hold it. Stefan coming back at center. Right wing pass goes to Rosa. Rosa into the zone, and Stefan at the net. Oh, boy. As they came across the far boards trying to make the play. Race on for the loose puck. Back goes the defender on the play, Chapdelaine. Behind the net, chased off the play hard. Up it comes on the left boards, cross rink, and chased down by the defender, Madry, in his own zone for Long Beach. Now it's going to be picked up by Waugh. Bangs his man. Came cross rink at center. Stefan coming to the Comet line. Skates in. Drop pass on the play. Turned wide. Waugh coming back up ice for the Komets. Here's Waugh going to the line. Fires just wide. Off in the corner, Feeblecorn picks it up on the boards. Going in hard. Run off the play by Madre. Ties him up in the boards, though. Feeblecorn digging hard. Now back through the middle it comes. Komets knock it down. Take a look as they do. Picked up, and here's Sean Penn back at the line. Slips it deep into the zone. As it's going to be Selmser after the puck. Penn goes in, takes his man off the play. Selmser back to Penn. Penn now back to Selmser in the corner. As Penn knocked down by Rosa around behind the net. And the defense left boards. Madre coming back to center. All the way back in the Komet zone. Are they going to wave it off? Can't, because it's picked up by the Komet defender, Kobezda. Kobezda back to Shargorodsky. Back up to Selmser. Lead pass good at center ice. Nice lead going to Sean Penn, who tips it right back into the corner and goes after it. Penn now takes McCambridge off the play, but McCambridge dumps it around behind the net. And back up the middle they come again. Komets break that up at the defense. Picked up and driven back by Shargorodsky into the zone. It'll be an icing call as it's touched up by the defender, Ferner. 9:01 to go. It is period number 3, and the Komets lead the Long Beach Icedogs 3-2 on Sports Radio 1380. Komet Hockey.
An important message for those of you considering placing a wager with John Renshaw.
Oh, my God. Did you say that if Kentucky won, that we had to have a hunting segment?
That's exactly right.
The Freak is a welcher, a no-good dirtbag.
Dinner's over a year old
What
now.
was that bet for?
Denver, Green Bay.
Oh, Super Bowl?
Why, he couldn't wipe the backside of a net. We're talking low rent.
Your mama told you to always pay off your debts.
All bets are off on the John Renshaw Show, middays on Sports Radio 1380, The Game. This is Komet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Komets now try to keep it alive in the zone. They do. Back to the corner, knocked down and back out of the zone. Long Beach starting to move it as it's turned into the zone. Lambert passed off behind his man. Got to come back and pick him up. Lambert at the goal mouth. It went wide as Boyce going after the play. Tries to jam it out. Couldn't get it out of the zone. Behind the Fort Wayne net, picked up by Adam Smith. Here's Smith, came off the boards all the way to the neutral zone, and right now Long Beach is following their checks through in the attacking zone hard. Came back in an icing call made against the Komets with 8:22 left in period number 3, and it's 3-2 Komets. And, of course, on Sports Face-Off will be with 8:22 left in the match, and the Komets leading 3-2. Patrick Stefan into the face-off against Eric Bogunecki. Bogey up with a draw. Now it came wide as the Komets try to move it out of the zone. Egland is carried off the play. Down in the boards, Rosa. Look out up top. Here's Lambert. Drive. Kicked into the corner nicely on the play. Dug out by Rosa. Left board. Got a man going to the net, but it's knocked down. Komets have it back. Here's Bashkirov. Out at center ice as trying to reach the play that time. Bogunecki couldn't do it. Now chip back to center ice one more time. Broken up nicely as back into the corner. It's going to be picked up by Egland, and he lost it. And Danny Lambert behind his own net comes right up the left wing all the way to center. Stefan whips it all the way back into the Fort Wayne corner. Picked up by the Caves on the board. Another Fort Wayne penalty is going to be called on the play. It will be what?
Darling, I believe, got the stick up a little high as the forechecker was coming in. Darling got tangled up so that he could help his defenseman partner, and unfortunately got the stick up pretty high. Power play again. Long Beach, you keep giving them the chances.
Yep.
And you're going to get burnt. Another tough challenge for the Komets here to kill this off. With 7:43 to go, Komets have a 3-2 lead.
So Darling trying to explain what happened there, but he was talking to the wrong guy. It was the linesman. So let's see how we go here.
High stick and Darling.
3-2, Komets hanging on to the lead. Still no finals around the IHL. But there is a report Las Vegas at Utah scoreless in the first period. So everybody's now on the board. Face-off, Fort Wayne zone to the left of the Komet goal. Lookout. Tulare coming up high, all the way to the left point. Left point up high, Tulare. He fires, lookout, knocked down. Chipped around behind the net by Lambert. Turned back up to Stefan. Stefan all the way up top. Tulare back to Stefan. Stefan's got it high. He's looking now, going back in the corner. Lambert with a drive and a save and a scramble. Behind the net, Danny's got it back again. Here's Lambert coming all the way up at the point. Top side, Tulare back to Lambert. Lambert back in the corner, left side. Stefan now going down toward the side of the net. Can't play it. Lambert all the way up top. Picked up by Tulare. His drive is off behind the net. Knocked down there. His Boyce can't hold his man, but Lambert holds it in at the point to Tulare. Tulare feeds off to Stefan. Stefan back Tulare one time. Fires, scramble, goal mouth. Where'd it go? Komets with Ian Boyce making a nice play. Here's Boyce coming up the boards, wheeling it all the way back inside that line.
Minute 5 seconds, power play.
Feeblecorn out now to help kill the penalty off with Bashkirov, and here they come again. To the Fort Wayne line, Tulare, wide left side, Danny Lambert going toward the corner. He's running and hard by Shargorodsky. Back in the corner now comes Bashkirov. Bashko coming up the boards, cleared the length of the rink by Feeblecorn. Everybody checking to see who's where, why, and back it comes to the Long Beach zone with 40 seconds left, and here they come again. At center ice now, moving to the Fort Wayne line, all the way into the zone, going left side, trying to come to the net. Dameworth knocks his man loose on the play. Hoops up the middle it comes. A drive, chipped into the left corner, looking in front of the net. Can't get their play. Out it comes all the way to the left point again. At the left point, halfway down the left boards one more time. They get the shot. It's chipped off behind the net, picked up there. Ast trying to move it around in front of the net. They get another shot, hanging on at the goal mouth. Oh, and the Komets really protect the front of that net.
And again, Racine jumping up as he took the shot off the chest and held onto it. The Long Beach forward come flying in and pushed the Comet defenseman into Racine. Racine played his cool that time.
In fact, Racine went after Feeblecorn and said, don't bother with him, which was a good move on his part. He held him off.
Yeah, I think he realized right now we've almost got over this power play opportunity against us. 14 seconds, though. We don't need any more, guys.
Not another one, please. Yeah,
5:57 to go.
And Ast in the face-off.
14 seconds to kill off.
All right, let's see if we can hang on to this one as Bogunecki back for the draw against Doug Ast. Ready. And out it comes, the length of the rink, and that's a good one. As the goaltender Bach, way behind his own net, wheels it off to the defense. Clock still ticks, 3 seconds left, and the Komets will be at full strength. Here they come. Are they or aren't they? At the line, broken up, going in left side. Ast, he fires wide of the net. Dug off the left boards. In it goes as Bowell leans on his man. Look out, trying to get a man in front of the net again. All the way up top. Ferner with a drive that's wide of the net. Came off the left boards as Boyce really rolls his man off the play. Nicely turned all the way back by Adam Smith to center ice as the Komets now standing up on it one more time. Now they go deep trying to pressure the play as Ferner behind his net drops it to Jutra. Jutras can't make the play and Bowell continues his forecheck. Up the near boards they come. Komets have it back. Here's Waugh dropping it to the defense. Oh, come on, Andre, use your head. Off the far boards they come, dropping it deep into the corner. No, Andre. No, okay. I thought he was going to do something that he shouldn't have been doing. Here they come back the other way one more time. At the line, in goes Long Beach. A good hit that time as it's Kobizda knocking it around the far boards. It comes to Egland. He had it in his feet, couldn't play it. On the corner, down they come. Egland tries for it again, can't get the job done. Trying to come out in front of the net. Komets hold up well there. Picked up, turned by Leonov behind the net again. Komets break it up. Selmser has it picked off. Back up they come. Another drive behind the net. Selmser all tied up with his man. Can't play the puck. Around they come, and Selmser definitely held off the play, and there's no penalty called. Here they come back up front. Now it's Egland with a puck. Egland, bad pass, but it comes loose. Give it to him. Egland going in, but it was badly passed. And Egland in the corner jammed hard to the play. Egland keeps it alive in the attacking zone down to the corner to Shap Delane. He's nailed by Egland. Back it comes, and the puck up into the crowd. Boy, if Andre Waugh had only seen Egland earlier, he had him clean and clear behind the D.
Well, I think right now at that point, Waugh was making sure he got the puck out of the zone. But as you said, Egland broke with a quick pass at the right time. He was gone. And when he did make the pass, the defense was able to get back into position. Puck was head-manted. It went into the corner, and they killed off some time with 4:07 left. Good shift out there to kill off the penalty number one, and then to waste some time by getting the puck out of your zone.
On Sports Radio 1380, this is Comet Hockey.
When I have a headache, nobody feels it but me. But when I have dandruff, everybody knows. So I want to lose it fast. That's why I've got Denerex. Denerex has this express relief. It's so fast, I can actually feel it. In minutes, it relieves itching. And I know it's treating my dandruff flakes. So I can relax. I know people are looking at me, not my dandruff.
Denerex Express Relief. So fast you can feel it. Use only as directed.
This is Comet Hockey on Sports Radio 1380, The Game.
Faceoff stays inside the Long Beach zone off to the left of goaltender Ryan Bach. Bogunecki back for Fort Wayne, goes to the face-off again, and he'll be against Patrick Stepan when the play is resumed. And right now, let's see, apparently a little blood still coming out of that notch that the linesman got in his nose. So we're back ready to go at it one more time. All right, stick it in your pocket, and away we go. Bogunecki ready for the draw one more time. 4:02 still left in the match, 3-2 Komets. Bogey picks it up top it comes. Here's a drive, and in front of the net, nicely knocked down. That was on the money, and Bach really had to cover up on that one. It was a sizzler as Dion Darling unloaded a bullet.
Well, good draw by Bogunecki. Got it cleanly back to Darling. Darling didn't hesitate. and let the quick shot go up a little high. Goaltender makes the save. Bogunecki on the doorstep for the rebound.
All right, here we come again. Face off again. Back out it comes. Up the middle, Darling again. Just chips off a stick up into the crowd. Komets have it back. Round it comes as Feeblecorn checked off the play. Loose coming to the far boards, picked up there. Komets try to do a little forecheck, can't pick it up. They step up to the play, turn back up the zone. Nobody on the wing, but in going hard on the play. Feeblecorn, he's got it. Feeblecorn trying to get around Lambert into the corner. Lambert rolls him off the puck. Komets have it. Whoa, and a weak pass coming out to center ice, and here goes Stefan. Lead pass to the Fort Wayne zone. Knocked down by Darling, and out to neutral ice one more time. Picked up by the defender, Madre. Madre circles, turns back to Stefan at the Fort Wayne line, and the Komets in control again. Cross rink it comes. Moving it. Oh, Dameworth couldn't play it. Up the middle. Komets intercept again, and here we come. Up the boards, Ian Boyce on his way to the line. Looks, shoots, save, rebound, nobody there. As Boise down hard at the far side, coming back up. Komets get it back. Out to center, Martin. There were too many men on the ice, and no call was made. Turned loose again as Boyce comes for his man. Picked up there. Here we come. Martin at the line to Bawa. Bawa going in deep. Here's Bawa on the corner, trying to bring the puck with him. He still got it in the corner. Bawa deep, being banged by McCambridge off the far boards. Boyce gets it back. Boise coming along, and he's jammed hard into the boards by Doug Ask. Picked up there. Out it comes. Bawa breaks it up again. Couldn't play, and here they come to neutral ice. To the Fort Wayne line, going in. A long, hard flip shot going to the corner from Patrick Augusta. On the near boards, back it comes to Purdie. Purdie gets the play up to Bawa. Bawa sends it long all the way into the Long Beach corner where it's picked up by the defender, and back comes Ferner. Ferner coming to center ice now. Tips it into the Fort Wayne zone. Adam Smith back to play the puck as Penn knocks his van off the play. Turned behind the net to the Komets, and now it's turned all the way up the right boards as the Komets try to make a play again. Into the corner it comes once more. Lookout trying to get a man to wrap behind the net. Don't have him yet. Now feeding it loose, but it's picked up by Brad Purdie of the Komets. Purdie way up into the air. Back he goes all the way to the front of the net, but Danny Lambert is there to make the play and gets around Egland. Lambert coming up the near boards, tipped off left side, coming to center. All the way cross rink, going into the Fort Wayne zone, looking to Lambert. He drives one, but it's wide. Lambert knocked down on the play. Round it comes far boards, trying to get it to the front of the net. They chip it wide. Who's got it this time? Knocked loose in front of the net, wide, far sort. Out front again it comes. Who's got it now? Komets can't get the play. They scrum hard for it. Egland back with a puck. Egland is tripped on the play.
No penalty.
No call made as Egland had a breakaway. Here we come the other way, back into the Fort Wayne zone. Touch it up quick. Icing is called. So with the icing, the face-off all the way back inside the Long Beach zone with 1:23 to play, and I mean Egland had it going, and he got clicked, and down he went.
Well, the Komets had stayed home around the net as Long Beach pinched in real tight. The puck popped loose. Egland was gone, and at the last second, his stick either stepped on it or the feet were knocked out from underneath, but he had a bit of a breakaway on that. Unfortunately, no penalty, no breakaway. They kill off a lot of time on the clock. 1:23 left. Komets still have a 3-2 lead to face off. Goes all the way down into the Long Beach zone, and a little crease around the net where they've taken away that goal mouth pass by Long Beach, and they've tightened up the defense around there. So you've seen Racine make a lot of intercepted passes with the stick, knock them down as they try to clear it out in front. But at this point here, no real solid shots. They've had, as you say, the 24 shots, 9 in this period, but Racer's done what he's had to do.
Komets now, the draw goes deep in the corner for Long Beach, and Danny Lambert coming back with it. Lambert looking to see where the wingers go, drops it off to the far D, picked up there, turning at center is Madre. Into the Fort Wayne zone, back in the corner, here comes the goaltender. As it's Dameworth around the net, can't hold it. Now back up it comes to Boyce. Boise on the boards, rubbed off the play. Who's got it now? Bogunecki can't get to it. All they go back into the corner one more time, looking for help at the goal mouth. Rosa coming up the middle, held up top. Lambert with a drive, that's blocked, went wide of the net again. Round in the corner it comes. Dameworth trying to check it loose. Dug off the far boards by Tulare. At the goal mouth, right through the goal crease, and it's going to be Boyce after it. Boyce on the boards. He goes in to eat it. All right. Now there's what you're supposed to do with the puck. When you have no play, you don't panic. You eat that sucker, and you get wrapped about 3 good shots, but you take a face-off.
Well, again, we saw a couple of weeks ago where the Komets got burnt in 8 seconds left in the game. A similar play. A bit of action around the net, and they finally clear the puck to the corner. This time they go to the corner. Boyce goes in there with one intention, put it against the boards and freeze it. He had 2 Long Beach guys all over him, and he did do exactly what we wanted. Get the face-off, start over with a clean draw.
Here we come again. Now Mike Martin goes out replacing Chad Dameworth, and it's Bogunecki in the face-off circle for the Komets against Doug Ast. Came to the near boards. Ast wheels it out at the point. Lambert in front of the net. Try to turn it wide. Komets in front of the goal mouth. Can't get it again. Martin going hard. Off behind the net they come, and it's Bogunecki turning it wide. Komets can't play it again. Up they come far boards. Good play that time as Bogunecki runs his man off the puck. Out front, clear it all the way down the ice they go. And pull down hard on the play was Bogunecki. They do not make a penalty call with 18. That was definitely a penalty.
Yeah, I don't think he was watching the play there.
Here they come the other way one more time with 15 seconds. Back into the Comet corner. Who's got it? Komets couldn't get there as it's flipped up on the play. Dion Darling is there. Bogunecki off behind the net. They got a man out front, but it's poked away one more time. Turned out the length of the rink one more time. Here it goes with a long bounce into the corner. Komets win 3-2 on WoWo Fort Wayne Comet Hockey.
The Damon Perry Show.
Who wants fungus? What is fungus? Clinically proven to fight off the fungus that causes the itching and burning of athlete's foot.
Who wants fungus anywhere? I don't want fungus.
Also clinically proven to ward off the uncomfortable tingling around your